Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. Also make sure you turn off the dishwasher's water supply underneath the sink. In this video, we're going to show you how to change out the LG Dishwasher Float Assembly. It's going to be a very easy repair, and it should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the new float assembly. The float assembly controls the water going into the dishwasher. The main reason to be changing it out is if it's failed and the dishwasher is overfilling or it's not filling at all. In order to change the part, we have to pull the dishwasher out of the cabinets. So we're going to go underneath and disconnect the lines. Now that we're underneath the cabinets, you want to make sure that the dishwasher is still unplugged, and you may want to throw a towel down. When we take off the fill line and the drain hose, there's going to be some water that comes out. First, we're going to disconnect the fill line. It's connected right here to the hot water valve. You want to make sure the water valve is off, and then we're going to use our 5/8" wrench to loosen up the hose. Once you have it broke free, you can just reach in and unscrew it by hand. Once you have it off, you can just set it down, and then we can take off the drain hose. To take the drain hose off, you just want to follow it up to wherever it goes. It may go to the garbage disposal. Ours goes up to the air gap. Once you locate the end of it, we're going to take a 5/16 nut driver and loosen up the clamp. Once you have the clamp loose, you can pull it free and set it down. Now that we have the lines disconnected, we can close the cabinet doors and open the dishwasher. Once you have the dishwasher door open, use the Phillips screwdriver to take out the screws that hold it to the countertop. Now that we have the screws out, we're going to take out the lower dish rack because we have to lay the dishwasher on its side. So we're just going to pull it out and set it aside. Now we're going to grab the door and carefully use it to pull the dishwasher out of the cabinets. Once you have it out enough, you can grab it by the frame and pull it out the rest of the way. Once you have it out, we're going to open up the door so we can use the Phillips screwdriver to take out the screws that hold on the side panel. There's 2 screws on the front and 3 on the back. We're just going to take them all out. Once you have the ones off in front, we can go around back and do those. To get the side panel off, we're just going to pull it on the top a little bit and then lift it out. Once you have it off, you can set it aside. Once you have the side panel off, we can close the dishwasher door. We're going to lay the dishwasher on its side. So we're going to put a towel down to protect the floor. Once you have the towel down, you just want to carefully lay the dishwasher on its side. Now that we have the dishwasher on its side, we're going to use a Phillips screwdriver to remove these 4 screws that hold the access panel on. Once you have the screws out, we're going to flex the access panel so the tabs come out. Once you have those top ones free, we can lift the lower ones out and set the access panel aside. Now that we have the panel off, we're going to throw a towel down underneath the hose that we're going to take off so it doesn't spill anything. And then we're just going to use the pliers to compress the clamp and move it up the hose. Once you have it off, we can grab a flathead screwdriver and pop the hose off the fitting on the sump. Once you have the hose off the sump, we can go take the rest of the float assembly out. To get the float out, we're going to untwist the wire tie so we can get the wires out of the way. Once you have that off, we can take this cover off. There's a little locking tab down on this side. So we're going to slide it to the left. Once you have it released, you can lift it off, set it aside. Then we can take the wires off the switches. We're going to use a small flathead screwdriver to help get them off. There's only 2 plugs. It's all one piece. There's the double black with the gray and the brown with the yellow. Ours is broken, so it's going to come off in 2 pieces, but yours should come off in 1 piece. Once you have the wires off, you can get them out of the way. And then we're going to use the small flathead screwdriver again to release this little locking tab over here. All you have to do is press the locking tab over, and then we can pull the float assembly down. You may have to push this corner where the hose is hooked up to down a little bit so it clears this little brace right here. Once you have it free, you can pull the float assembly off the dishwasher. Here's the old float assembly next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at appliancepartspros.com. Before we put the new float assembly in, we're going to turn the clamp over on the bottom so it's not blocked by the sump. We're just going to use our pliers again. Once you have the clamp move around, we can set the float assembly into place. We're just going to set it down into place. As we're setting it into position, we have to make sure that this post right here goes into the opening in the float. So we're just going to kind of angle it down, same as when we took it out. And we're going to have to line it up and lift it into place so that both the locking tab and the hole are in the correct position. If you have to, you can move the locking tab over with a small flathead screwdriver. Once you have it in place, we can hook the wires back up. To hook up the wires, all we got to do is grab the harnesses and put them back on the switches. We're going to do the brown and yellow one first. All you have to do is line it up and slide it on. Then we got the gray and the black one. Just push it on. Once you have them all on, we can grab the wire tie and wrap it around the wires to hold them in place. And we can put the cover back on. We're just going to line the cover up and slide it down into position. You want to make sure that the little locking tab goes through the hole. Then you can slide it over to the left to lock it in. Now we can go underneath and hook the hose up to the sump. To hook the hose up to the sump, I'm just going to reach in and grab it and push it down onto the sump. Once you have it seated all the way, we can grab the pliers and compress the clamp. Move it down so we get a good seal. With the clamp in place, we can put the access panel back on. Just have to make sure we put it behind the water line and the power cord. We're going to put the 2 lower tabs in. And then, same as before, we're going to flex the panel so the upper ones go in. Once you have it in place, we can use the Phillips screwdriver to put the screws in. Now that we have the access panel back on, we can put the dishwasher back up on its feet. When you're putting the dishwasher on its feet, you want to make sure that the water line and the power line go through their channels, otherwise they'll get squashed and you won't be able to get the dishwasher back in the cabinet. We're just going to lift the dishwasher up and carefully set it back on its feet. Once you have it back on its feet, we can grab the towel and pull it out. Now we're going to open up the door so we have room to put the screws in when we put the side panel on. Once you have it open, we can grab the panel and put it on. There's a little lip at the bottom. You just have to set that into the frame. And then you can lift the side panel up into place. Once you have it in place, we can use a Phillips screwdriver to put the screws in. Now that we have the side panel on, we can close the dishwasher door. Now we have to reach underneath and put the lines through the cabinets. We want to push the dishwasher in about halfway. Then we can go underneath the sink and pull on the lines to make sure they're not caught on anything. Then we can push the dishwasher in the rest of the way. Now we can reconnect the drain hose to the air gap. Once you have it pushed up into place, we're going to use our 5/16 inch nut driver to tighten down the clamp. Once you have the drain line hooked up, we can hook up the water line. All you have to do is get it started by hand. Once you have it snug, we can reach in with our 5/8 inch wrench to tighten it down so it doesn't leak. Now that we have the lines reconnected, we can open up the dishwasher door and use the Phillips screwdriver to put in the screws that hold the dishwasher to the countertop. Now that we have the screws in, we're going to put the lower dish rack back in. All you have to do is set it onto the rails, push it back into place. Once you have it all the way in, we can close the dishwasher door, plug it back in, turn the water back on, and take it for a spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.